Hello my beautiful lights and welcome back to the channel. So I've been directed to speak to you about the Magdalene codes today. And what they are is they are streams of light frequency, and it's associated with Mary Magdalene, the rose lineage, if you like, and it's the Christ Sophia consciousness. Now, if you can hear my animals, I do apologise. They're never far away. I have the dog snoring and the kitten purring, but they send a beautiful vibrational frequency of love out. So what it is they hold this template, these codes of divine union, and it's merging the sacred masculine and feminine into this beautiful harmony. And this is within every individual within the collective. It's said to carry the remembrance of the sacred feminine. The codes awaken the memory of the divine feminine principles such as the intuition, the compassion, sensuality, creation, and that sacred sovereignty. Now, these codes teach the inner alchemy. They balance the masculine and feminine, the light and the shadow, to birth a higher consciousness. And they activate the crystalline heart and remembrance of unconditional love as the original human frequency. Now, the Magdalene codes restore the sanctuary of the womb as the portal of creation and divine intelligence, and it's reconnecting to the creative source field. The codes awaken you to carry the rose lineage, to embody love through service, expression, healing, and higher mission. Now, the colour of the frequency is like a deep rose gold. It's a ruby and it's a soft golden light. So if you've seen this during meditation, you're connecting to this energy. Now, the numerology side of it is linked with 1333 and the 144. This is why we're speaking of it, because of the message yesterday. And it's representing the divine feminine creation, the mastery and the unity of consciousness. Obviously, the element we work with to connect is water, because that's the emotion, it's the flow, it's the intuition. And it helps open up this gateway of remembrance, devotion, and sacred sovereignty. So the Magdalene codes are not something to be learned, they're something to be remembered. They awaken when your frequency matches the vibration of unconditional love, the sacred embodiment and the divine remembrance. And they often activate during major soul rebirths or through connection with the rose, the heart, the sacred union, or a direct communion with Magdalene's energy, and you'll feel it. So if you've been seeing these colours or feeling that frequency, you know, the Magdalene frequency is ancient. It's older than Christianity. It's older than, you know, the temples of Egypt. It originates from Sophia, the divine mother of creation, and it's the feminine face of God, if you like. And Magdalene was a vessel through which the Christ light re-entered the earth grid during the time when the divine feminine had been suppressed and forgotten. So the Magdalene codes therefore carry this memory of wholeness, of restoration of the sacred feminine to her rightful place beside the masculine as a co-creator. It's that divine balance. It's where the Christ codes anchor divine truth and restoration. The Magdalene codes anchor divine compassion and embodiment, and they bring heaven into form through love. And it's this love lived within the body. So they're multi-layered and they work through several planes of consciousness. We start with the womb codes. The womb is the chalice of creation and it holds the crystalline blueprint of life. And when the Magdalene codes activate here, the feminine begins to remember her creative power, not through domination or performance, but through stillness. And it's a magnetic pulse of divine flow that flows through you. And it's the rebirth of the sacred womb of consciousness, if I can put my teeth in, my beautiful lights. And it's where the creation and the split merge as one. Now, the second one is the heart codes. The heart becomes the chamber where grief, shame and betrayal are alchemized into compassion. And these codes heal the distortion that love must suffer. It's been replaced with a remembrance that love actually truly liberates. They teach that forgiveness is not weakness, but this frequency of beautiful freedom. And number 3 is the voice and the truth codes. The Magdalene current restores the voice of the feminine oracle. And it's this truth spoken with grace, power and integrity. And when it's activated, the words become carriers of light, and they're capable of shifting vibration in others simply through tone and frequency. And when we speak of voice, we're talking of a vibration that's released from you and your beautiful field. So your voice being your energy field. And number 4 is the union codes. It's known as the Hieros Gamos, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and it's the sacred union. These codes harmonize the inner plurality. Still can't put my teeth in. I can't even pronounce that properly. Excuse me. And it's when the divine masculine, the clarity, the direction, the protection, and the divine feminine, the intuition, creativity, they sort of unite within, and it's a new timeline being birthed. So the Christ Sophia template, where love and wisdom co-create reality, if you like. The Magdalene codes have reawakened in this age because Earth is ascending into a 5th dimensional crystalline template. Okay, my beautiful lights, and the collective heart is ready to hold this light again. And this is very exciting. And what's happening is they call forward the rose priestess, the light keepers, and the divine masculine kings who carry the remembrance in the DNA. And through this embodiment of compassion, sacred sexuality even, creativity and truth, these souls reactivate the ancient rose grid. And what happens is the planetary network of crystalline love is then restored in balance between heaven and earth. So you may feel her current stirring within you, and this is why I'm gifting this message. It's when you experience like subconscious heart or womb expansions. You may feel drawn to the colour rose, the symbol of a rose, or France even, and the Cathar lands. I used to actually have a house 20 minutes from there, which is crazy, isn't it? And I didn't realise when we bought it, I don't have it now, but it was like an energy, frequency and vibration, and it was a magnet. It was my mother and I, and we were drawn to this area. And you can feel this sense of a call to merge spirituality with embodiment, devotion and sovereignty. It's sort of like you begin to alchemize pain into grace and love into leadership. And it's when all these energies, and I'm dancing with my hands again, my beautiful lights, begin to merge. So the Magdalene codes vibrate as rose gold plasma light, and it's woven into this golden Christ ray. And the sound of her frequency often emerges through voice. It's intoning prayer or channeling song, and it's carrying both tenderness and power. So if you're hearing a song, it's like that connection. So when we're speaking of this, after this, for the rest of the day, if a song randomly plays, just connect to it and feel it and listen to the words. It feels like remembrance. It's like a soft ache of a homecoming coming into your vibrational field. And it matters not if you define yourself as masculine or feminine. We're actually both. It's igniting the Magdalene codes within you. So to do this is to embody love from the highest form of mastery. The Magdalene codes are not external knowledge, they're internal technology, awakening through presence, devotion and embodied light. And they invite us to live as the vessels of divine union, grounded, radiant and divinely sovereign. So that's your message. It's very random. And I was like, why have I got to speak about this, angels? And I was just connected with that vibration this morning, and they were like, put it out please, Lauren, put it out, so, because people are going to connect with this message so deeply, and the right people will find it. And it's as simple as it is. You know, this channel is never advertised. It's out there on YouTube, but it's a vibrational energy. If you find it, you're meant to find it. You're meant to find this channel when the divine timing is orchestrated, because that's when your soul's ready to awaken to a certain frequency. This is why it's never pushed, it's never advertised, it simply is. And it's a connection of your divine light with God, with Gaia, with Mary Magdalene codes. It's all of it. It's this combination of frequency. So we'll always find you, and the teachings, the messages, the lessons, all of it combined will find you in divine timing. They are timeless reads. Every single one of my reads is a timeless read. Depending on what stage of your timeline you're at is when you shall find them. And it's very odd, I'm going to say this, but you know, for a YouTuber to say, you know, don't do this, but you will find me pop up when I'm meant to pop up. If this is the first time you have found me, you're meant to find me. And it's that simple. It's a code. It is a code. It's a magnetic code of energy. You shall always find us when you are meant to. And until next time, my beautiful lights, I do hope you've enjoyed that. From the angels and I, bye-bye for now.